What's going on, y'all? It is Monday evening, and it is December 19th. Me and Pops are in the shop. We're going to get everything situated today and finish up these 4-bar brackets for Kelly's Impressive. And we just got in the shop. Pops had a fire built for us in the heater. Kind of got it stoked back up and get some warmth in here. So we're going to get busy. Y'all stay tuned. I'll turn you around and show you what we're going to do tonight. All right, so in the last video, y'all seen where we built this plate off of the old 4-bar plate. And like we explained, this top hole won't be used, that top hole won't be used. So I've got the next plate laid out. I am not going to mark the holes on it. What I will do is just cut this one out, and then we will take this old plate, lay back on our new plate here where we mark the holes, and we will center punch for where we need to drill. And once we get this one center punched, we will clamp this one and this one together, and we'll drill both of them at the same time. That way the holes will be identical through both plates. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna fire up the drill press as soon as we get this plate cut out and get busy. Here we go. All right, y'all, so got the second plate cut out. Got the top plate marked, center punched. And we're debating now whether or not we want to clamp them together and drill both of them at the same time. Our drill bits, we don't know how up to par they are to do that. So what we're gonna do is we'll probably drill this plate by itself, and then we'll mark the holes from this plate to the next plate so both of these match identical. So now we're gonna set up our drill press and get to drilling some holes. Y'all stay tuned. All right, so now we have our holes drilled in the first plate. We started with a 1/4 inch, went to 3/8, then 1/2, stepped it up, got them chamfered. So they all look good. Now we're gonna transfer our holes to our other plate. So these two plates will be identical. Y'all don't drill us too bad in the comments. We know we're not OSHA approved over here running the drill press, so y'all don't get on us too bad. We'll get this second plate drilled, and then we'll have these 4-bar plates knocked out, and they'll be ready to go in the car then. Y'all stay tuned. All right, well, we just got through drilling the second plate. We have now a matching set of 4-bar plates for an Impressive. Now we'll get those put on the car, get the flat bar between them on the back bracing, and then the flat bar over to the chassis. First, we gotta clean up the weld on the chassis first. We didn't do that yesterday, so we'll get that cleaned up. We'll get this cleaned up, and we still need to cut that little piece of tube off right there. I've talked about that twice.
Top and bottom.
Yep. So we'll get the chassis cleaned up. We got our 4-bar plates made now, so now we can continue putting them on the chassis and get this rear end done back here and move on to the front, get it knocked out, and then we'll make the door bar last, and the Impressive will be on its way. Y'all stay tuned. We're about to get busy. I was trying to catch Pops grinding over there and opened the refrigerator door too fast and spilled my sweet tea. That's a party foul in the South. right, y'all, so we got everything cleaned up. Yes, I finally cut that tube off. Pops come over here and ground and got everything smoothed up at the bottom and where the old flat bar used to be. And I cut off that tube and got it smoothed up. What we're gonna do now is we've got our brackets right here and we've got them the spacing that we need between them. We've got them bolted together tight, both of these level with each other, parallel with each other. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this 2-inch flat bar and we're gonna lay it toward the bottom like that. And then in the middle right here. And then once we get that on there, these will be ready to tack on the car. Once we tack these on the car, Impressive had 3-inch flat bar here that laid across both brackets, and that's what tied into the chassis. So we won't know how long that piece needs to be until we get these on the chassis. And once we get these tacked on the chassis, then we can level them up and down, and then we can measure and see how long that piece needs to be. We don't have any more flat bar, 4-inch or 3-inch. We just looked and noticed we were out, but we do have some plates still over here that we can cut a good piece out of. 1/8 inch right here won't hurt anything because this has that bar that ties into it that goes to the chassis. So 1/8 inch right here will be fine. It just holds it steady pretty much until we get that bar put in. So y'all stay tuned. We're fixing to put some flat bar on this and get it welded on, and then we'll get these tacked on the chassis. All right, so as you can see in the time lapse, we got the brackets tacked on, the 2-inch flat bar welded between them over here on the bench. Then we got them tacked on the car. Y'all saw us going around with the jacks. What we were doing, we were making sure that the car was level front to back and side to side. So we knew when we leveled that plate, it would be right. So we got her level side to side. We got it level front to back. And we got our plate level. It's all tacked in good. What we'll do is we'll come in tomorrow and get her all welded up. Then we'll run our tube from this plate up to this bar as a brace. And this 4-bar bracket will be complete. We can bolt the rear suspension back to it, let it down, and then we'll get back up here and get back busy on the front end. Getting all this old weld cut off. We're not exactly sure what we want to do yet. Like I said in the previous video, we may just cut all this out and flat plate it, unless we just decide to grind all that weld off. We're getting Impressive knocked out. We'll get the 4-bar brackets welded on tomorrow. We'll get this front end knocked out tomorrow. It shouldn't take too long now that we got the majority of the rear suspension fixed. So me and Pops are gonna call today. It's about 9 o'clock now. Gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. So we're gonna call today. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. What's happening, everybody? It is Tuesday. We are back in the shop this evening. I just got in from work a little while ago. Got some supper ate. So we're gonna get busy back on the Impressive this evening. We're gonna get the 4-bar brackets welded up. We're gonna get that front end cut out and fixed today, and hopefully get this thing wrapped up this evening. Y'all stay tuned. We're about to get busy. It's another chilly evening, so I'm gonna get us a fire going in the old heater here. All right. Got us a good fire going in the heater. It'll start getting everything warmed up in here in the shop. We had some people ask about the heater on our Facebook page. If y'all haven't liked our Facebook page, go like On The Berm on Facebook. And we make posts on there when we're getting ready to upload videos, stuff like that. But this is actually an old air compressor and some square metal pipe we had. 4-inch 4x4 square pipe. We just welded it in the top of the air compressor. And we welded 2x2 square tubing inside with a grill grate, pretty much. And then we just cut an air hole down here where we can open it and close it, and then that's where we shovel ashes out. And then that is a fan out of an old refrigerator. Pops wired it up on a switch, so when we build a fire in the heater, cut the switch on and it helps circulate the heat through the shop. That's just a trophy we built for some friends of ours they ended up not using, so we decided to stick him on top of the heater. All right, y'all, so picking up where we left off last night, I'm gonna get this 4-bar bracket welded up, and then we're gonna take this 1.5 inch, and then we'll do the brace back like Impressive had it. They done it out of 1.25 inches. We're gonna do it out of 1.5 inches. And that'll hold them where they need to be, and they'll be all new. Then we'll jump over to the front end. We'll get those old welds cut off. I'm still thinking we're gonna cut that frame out and plate it in the front. That's probably the best idea, but we'll get there in a minute. I'm gonna get these welded up. We'll get this 4-bar, or I say 4-bar, we'll get this lower control arm bolted back in and get all this buttoned up, get our brace on, and call this rear suspension done. And me and Pop's gonna get busy.
Gotta stay warm.
Yeah, gotta stay warm for sure. That fire's going good now, so we should be all right. Y'all stay tuned. That you just said?
I said, don't smudge the camera, man, but I look bad enough as it is.
I heard that. Got a new face in the shop. That's my nephew, Coley. He come down to hang out with us for a little while. So we got these 4-bar brackets all welded on. Everything's welded up, inside out. So there, all that's in. We got the brace put back in. Door bar tabs welded on, top and bottom. Went ahead and cut that old door bar mount off. Got the tabs welded on front and rear. So once we get done with the front end, we'll come over here and build a door bar. We've got to talk to Eli. He's doing the body on this car as well. He's the same guy that done the body on Blake's car. So we're gonna talk to him and see how he wants to do the door bar over here, how much angle he wants on it. We like to communicate with those guys so we're all on the same page. But the 4-bar brackets are done, rear end's bolted back up. We're gonna move on to the front and get some stuff done. Y'all stay tuned. We got her cut out. We're gonna go ahead and put some new 3/16 plate in there. It's just a lot easier to do it that way instead of having to grind all that old weld off. So we'll get this plated up. We'll get it welded in and smoothed out. We'll get our control arm brackets back on. And we'll be able to bolt all the front suspension back on. Y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all. We got the upper control arm brackets welded back on. Frame plated and everything bolted back up. Shock bolted back on. Pop's about to stick the tire back on. Front suspension is fixed. Rear suspension is fixed. New 4-bar plates. New bracing. New bar here. If y'all remember, it was bent. So we replaced that bar. We replaced the 4-bar brackets. We replaced this brace. We put tabs on for a new door bar. Cut all the old door bar stuff off. Put tabs on here for the door bar. We have decided that we are going to let Eli do the body like he done on Blake's car. And then we'll let Kelly bring this Impressive back to us. And then we'll build the door bar to the body. That's how we like to do it. If we build a door bar now, it's probable that Eli gets it to his house, and the way he likes to do bodies may not fit the door bar that we build. So he'd end up cutting it, or we'd have to cut it and redo it. So we'll let him build the body. We'll build the door bar to the body. And then when Kelly brings it back after the body, we're gonna fix his back bumper for him. That tube right there broke off, so we're gonna put a new tube on there. That'll allow us to get some tubing to fix his back bumper. We'll get that put on after the body as well. That's going to be a wrap on the Impressive. Got everything done, and be a wrap on it for now. All right, y'all, that's going to be the end of this video. That's the end of the Impressive right now. Once he gets the body on, like I said, we'll get the door bar built to the body, and we'll get everything else knocked out for him and get him ready for the 2023 season. Pops, you want to call it?
I think we're good for now.
All right. We appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff to come, and we appreciate every one of y'all watching these videos. Thank y'all.